Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? You're now watching Kinetic Outcome, and we got the OG DJ Anil with us today. So, a little bit of introduction, Anil.
Hi guys, I'm a DJ obviously. Been in the Hong Kong scene for about 20 years. It's been a while. Started off in England where I supposedly went for studying. Music worked out for me and took it back home to Hong Kong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit more of the whole process of how you began, and you told me a long time ago like you used to just go around KF in the 90s and then.
Oh yeah, back in the 90s.
Like the story of the struggle. Like I've heard of it, but you haven't, so.
All right. Back in the day in the 90s, I mean, music was very selective. It was very housey. It was pretty commercial. And anything with a hard bass and a hard pump and the housey feel would go crazy. It was a big challenge for Hong Kong to have venues that could actually play music back in the day. Like my phone managed to do it, and I did go through a quiet period where I felt DJing wasn't getting me in Hong Kong itself. But look where we are now. Yeah.
Great. What about that process you had to go through though when you told me you had to, I don't know, I think you had a day job or something?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then you had to quit it, and then how did you build it up from there?
Oh well, I had to bring in the money, put it this way. I had pressure from my parents. I had difficulties in trying to find a stable income from DJing itself. So of course, not just me as a DJ, but all the other DJs that I knew also had part-time jobs and did daytime stuff. And I'd used to work in the gym at Pure Fitness and DJ on Friday and Saturday nights to make the extra cash. And obviously, as the scene built it up, I could let go of my fitness, I guess. The fitness is still there. Just working in the industry stopped, and then DJing became a career. Put it that way. Yeah, it was a struggle, definitely.
What are the rewards that you reaped and the challenges at the same time throughout the whole process, or still being here today?
Okay, well the challenges were, back in the day when I started, there were only a few names out there. You would have never heard of them, so I'm not going to mention them. But it was them. It was just, like I said, house music. It was just a selective a bunch of DJs that used to travel to go buy records from, say, Europe or America, bring them back and play them in clubs here. We had no internet. We had no way to access the music like you guys do or we do today. Since then, I mean, traveling was a lot. However, I did manage to keep it going as a DJ, traveling back and forth, getting records. And as soon as the internet came out, we stopped traveling, yet we still have our jobs. And then now we got easier ways to DJ by having laptops and your whole library in there. So work has become easier, rewarding. I love seeing people go crazy when I'm playing. I love it. And in fact, that's every night. I get that sensation, and that keeps me going.
Cool. What and how do you feel about Hong Kong's approach to the whole hip-hop culture process?
Okay.
Both in English and Cantonese. You can divide us into two. One is the DJ side and one is the artist side.
Okay. I'll talk on the DJ side, put it this way, because I'm more familiar on that grounds. In terms of hip-hop, let's focus on awareness of hip-hop. We don't have much awareness in Hong Kong. Okay, so in my opinion, we've got three different sources where our Hong Kong local people get our knowledge of music. Okay, we've got the radio, we've got the internet, and we've got the clubs. Okay, now this, if you don't agree with me, stop me. This is where we get our ideas, and this is where we get known. Like, this is good, this is not good. Okay, let's not talk about just hip hop. In general, music.
Yeah, you can expand it.
Right, but if we're talking about hip hop, we have nothing here in Hong Kong. The radios don't give us anything. Okay, internet. We're so busy on our day-to-day lives, that we can't sit down and source out music. Of course, we do because we're DJs. Okay, so clubs, it's our jobs to push out this music, which, you know, you're doing an amazing, amazing job as an artist.
Thanks.
To get out there, you know. Us DJs have a dilemma of keeping the crowd and playing hip hop, even though it's a hip hop night. Hong Kong people are quite confused with what's pop and hip hop.
Yeah, had that experience with
and I feel that this needs to be divided. Okay, because we go to a club that says, "Oh, it's a hip hop night," and then I hear Jason Derulo or, you know, someone that does pop. Okay, I'm just Nicki Minaj. Okay, you can't really. It's hard for us because we need to keep our crowd, keep the bottles popping, to keep our jobs, right? If I'd say, you know, the radios had more hip hop playing, or at least an English station, we don't have an English station. You know, I guess people would tune in more and get more aware of what's new, what's nice. I mean, all around Asia, Philippines, to a degree, they have a good radio station there, a couple of good radio stations. So,
and a good movement.
yeah, so I mean, we're lagging there, but I feel that us being active, we can make it better, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, it still would take time because we've got a massive. There's 8 million people in Hong Kong, and I'd say 500,000 of them are aware of music, are aware to go and search for new music. That's not enough.
Need at least 3 million.
You need at least half. Yeah.
Because at least a big percentage of that will be old people,
Well, yeah.
not
So-
our age category people.
But still, music's, you know,
Babies
for
and
everyone.
So 3 is actually a big number. 3
Yeah.
will get us out there
Yeah.
even more.
But it's just about working hard, being open to this.
Well, for you, like in terms of like your sound, what should people expect and would like? What's your favorite?
Okay,
You-
I'm very
you mix it up
energetic.
a lot, I know.
I mix up my sets a lot. I'm the difference between energetic and well known. Okay, so it's not necessarily pop music, but it's music that people know, whether it's old music, whether it's new music. But I always keep everything I play very energetic. So if you're out for a good time, that's me.
I've been there a lot.
Good night. Yeah.
So, yeah. And who do you look up to most? Like, doesn't have to be just in the music category itself. You can expand it to inspirational people or entrepreneurs.
You know, if we're talking about the Hong Kong scene, I've got a couple of DJs
Okay,
that
both Hong Kong and global.
global. Okay, I got some DJs out there in Spain, Brazil that I really follow and really like Marquinez, a Red Bull champion that I look forward to, you know, seeing a set every year. If you're talking about Hong Kong, I mean, my favorites are DJs. That's my thing. I really like DJs, you know, and I'm not talking about top 100 DJs. Those are producers. You know, I'm talking about DJs with skills on turntables and DJs who know how to mix up and cut up music live. You know, that's a skill on its own, and people forget about these things. They look at top 100 DJs as, you know, Tiesto, Armin van Buuren, you know, all this.
Forget about skill.
Yeah, forget about DJing, the whole concept of how it started, why it's there, you know. So, yeah. Where was I?
Oh yeah, that was fine. And another one is like throughout the process of like choosing this path, of course you're going to have like people that disagree with you, like you said, your family in a long time.
Oh, right,
long time
yeah.
ago.
Yep.
And how did you handle going through that process, or did you just really not care when you were younger? Like some people just, you know, don't have that don't give a fuck attitude, and some
Well,
have
yeah,
to, like,
I'm a naughty
it.
kid. I mean, I feel sorry for my parents. You know, I love them deeply. However, they didn't want me to be a DJ ever. It didn't come to their head that I can play music and people would like that. In
what
a
were
smoky
you actually
room.
going for?
Huh?
What were you going for before DJ?
I was into fitness.
Finance?
Fitness, yeah. I was never a book person. I don't like reading. I don't like doing my
Okay.
exams. I went to England to study. I did none of that. And DJing was something I fell in love with. You know, after going to the clubs in England, I saw that there's a space full of people where they can appreciate what music's out there to bring it in here, you know? That's us. That's what we do. We mix up music. We bring it out in a nice platter for you, you know? Music you haven't heard, music, wow, this went well with this, you know? And I had a great night because he played this, you know? Things like that.
Okay. So beside your parents, like what about like friends or?
Friends have always been with, you know, because we're all in a different generation. Parents are older. You know, I'd say they don't see the concept of DJing. How did I get over parents is by making sure I made enough from DJing. You know, here, look, this is what I made. I can support myself, you know. I guess it made it easier on that, you know.
Okay.
So,
And last but not least, like you did do a few gigs out of Hong Kong
Right.
earlier this year, like that boat thing. Was it in
Ship
Thailand?
Somnia, correct?
Yeah, Ship Somnia.
Yeah.
And then there was one more in China.
You know, I forget. There's so many.
And you
gigs.
went to India as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did go to India.
Yeah. So are there any upcoming ones like next year?
So far, no, not planned, but I get them booked a month in advance, so I would not know if I have something in January, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, they're quite quick bookings, and I decide if I'm available. It's on me.
Well, I guess that's just about it.
That's just about it. Yeah.
Well,
Thank
ladies
you
and
guys.
gentlemen, once again, DJ Anil,
Thank you.
Kinetic Outcome.